a fair ball, and it's to the fence. Oh,
and a goal.
Walking in front of him, he's inside the 10.
Oh, blocked from behind.
Cut off the glass, no problem at all.
Tip, one for the cradle.
Got locked up.
This guy has got an angle on it, and he cuts back on it. Tip ball. That couldn't corral the ball. Deep fly to right field against the wind. It's out of here. Buries it. We're tied at 19. A cold December evening here at Milford High School, the Nest, the home of the flock. Ryan McGahey here to bring you the action along with Mike Lorienti. Milford Eagles, Loveland Tigers on tap for tonight. Mike, what can we expect to see in this game?
Well, you know, it's an overly used cliche, but these schools are separated by less than 20 miles. It's always throw out the records, throw all that out. When these two teams get together, it's going to be a tough defensive battle, I think, tonight, Ryan.
The Loveland Tigers come into this game 3-1 on the season, while the Milford Eagles come in 3-0 for the Loveland Tigers. Milford is 1-3 on the season. Loveland has been outscoring their opponents by more than 20 points per game so far.
Yeah, both of these teams last week, Ryan, played pretty tough games. Loveland played Turpin, beat them by 12, and Milford lost a close one to Anderson by 4, 30-26.
Set for tip-off, number 10 for Loveland. Want to take the tip? Loveland wins the tip. Kick out to the wing.
It's like Milford's in a 2-3 zone.
Rebound by Milford. Too strong on the layup for Jillian Hayes. Allie Kirk going to bring it up court. Elysia Williams.
She's pretty quick, it looks like, on that court, Ryan. Good ball handler, too.
Abby Thuroff going to try to drive, and she walks.
It's our first turnover of the game. Maybe some early game jitters.
Hey, D up, let's go, Eagles, D up. Shot by number 12 for Loveland. Three-point shot, just a little weak. Rebound underneath by Jillian Hayes. That's all right. She's too strong on the putback.
This ball's knocked out of bounds by number 20, Kristen Brown for Milford. So Loveland maintains possession underneath their own basket. Still no score in the game.
Good ball movement early on here. Another three-point shot from the wing. Another offensive rebound for Loveland. Jillian Hayes puts it up. Too strong again. Rebound, that goes off from Milford. It still stays Loveland ball.
Boy, Loveland's had some good looks at the basket so far, and the ball just not dropping for him.
Loveland set the inbound. Another shooter wide open on the wing. It's 25.
There you go.
Tess Broerman.
There's the first points of the game. Goes to Loveland. Looks like Loveland switched it off to a man-to-man on defense. Nice switch off up number 22 over there.
There's a steal for Loveland. They average 17.7 steals per game here in the early season.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
It's number 1 of the evening. There's Tess Broerman underneath. Great defense, but she's able to pick up the ball and get it out. Wide open, number 22 for a three-point shot. She's weak.
Good job, Asia.
That's going to stay with Milford. Milford ball out of bounds off of Loveland.
Tess Broman comes in tonight's game averaging almost 8 points a game for Loveland. She's the fourth lead, or tied for the third leading scorer on the team. Here's a replay of that long three.
Allie Kirk will bring it up for the Eagles.
Milford still looking for their first points tonight.
Morgan Hills drives and shoots from the free throw line. She misses. Rebound by Broerman.
So far, Ryan, the pace has been pretty up and down.
There's
really
a turnover.
Not seeing a whole lot of plays being set up. It's a lot of up and down. Milford still looking for their first points.
Williams to Kirk. Kirk to Theroff off of her leg, and everybody's diving on the floor. Loveland has the ball. Colleen Swift goes up. They say no shot, and she walked.
Yeah.
So another unforced turnover there for Loveland. Morgan Hill's inbounds to Elysia Williams.
Milford is coached by Christy McKinney, and Loveland's coached by Down.
Big shot block there underneath by Maddie McDermott. Number 22 there for Loveland. You see her on your screen. Big shot block underneath the basket.
There's a replay, Ryan. Nice block. Last touch by Loveland. Milford takes the ball.
Number 33, Maddie Blazinski, is checked in for Milford. Here's Azia Williams, and another shot block by Jillian Hayes, but Williams stays with it. And she'll reset the offense.
Hayes is only a sophomore. She's 6'1".
Williams with a teardrop off the top of the backboard. Here comes Hayes. She's driving. Allie Kirk can't stop her. Hayes has had many open layups, has missed them all. And here's Williams to set the offense. She gets it to Hills. Morgan Hills, short on the three-point try. Good offensive effort by Theroff, picked up by Kirk. Shots up and no good.
Wow.
Kusinski's down there banging bodies.
Wow, it's been the referees are letting them play.
And Williams is going to get called with the hack there on number 22 for Loveland, Maddie McDermott.
Just as I said, they're letting them play. There's a foul.
It was a pretty rough foul. Take a look under the basket here.
Eagle foul number 11.
And they called it on Morgan Hills.
Yeah, got it right on the wrist.
Free throw shot. Too strong.
Off the back of the iron.
And for the Eagles, number 10, Bryn Robson. And for the Tigers,
And actually put number 20 on the line, Colleen Swift.
Colleen Swift comes in averaging almost 4 points a game for Loveland. She played in all 3 games so far this year.
And number 24, Jenna Stanton, just checked in.
Good job.
Morgan Hills brings it up.
Can't get her hands off.
She's going to drive to the hoop herself. Ill-advised. And Jillian Hayes tried to get the rebound off the shot block, but she couldn't. She stepped on a line, so it'll be Milford's ball inbounding underneath their basket. Zia Williams to inbound. She finds Morgan Hills open.
There's
Double dribble.
Double dribble, yeah. Another turnover by the Eagles.
Both teams so far tonight. Lots of unforced turnovers.
Eagles, number 3.
Allie Kirk will check back in. Number 32, Carly Dusing will check in.
Again, this game so far, about halfway through the first period, is pretty true to script. Both teams coming in very aggressive on defense.
Colleen Swift gets it over to number 12, Kate Gary. Over to Borman.
Nice pick.
Borman drives off the screen.
Left-handed off.
A little too strong. Hayes comes over the back. Hayes is way too strong with her putback. Borman has it, looking for Jillian Hayes down low. And she misses another close layup. And then she gets the end one with a foul, number 32, Carly Dusing.
Ryan, you can see where Loveland's plan is when they come down here on the offense. They're trying to get that ball into Hayes. She's got a huge size advantage on anybody on the court for Milford.
And it's actually worked quite well tonight. She's had many open looks underneath the basket. It's just that's the first one that she's made.
Yep.
Anna Cooper is going to check in for Loveland. Number 20, Colleen Swift, is going to check out. Hayes with a free throw and one. She made the basket. 2 points are good. Looking for a three-point play.
Nice.
Free throw is good. She only shoots 53.8% from the line so far this season. 7 for 13. That'll make her 8 for 14 on the season from the line.
She is the leading scorer after 3 games for Loveland, averaging over 12 points a game.
Full court press there by Loveland. They beat it. Williams with another ill-advised little teardrop kind of a shot. And nice.
Foul.
Yeah, they're on call 12. Number 12, Kate Gary with a foul. She fouled Carly Dusing, number 32.
Level foul number 12. Kate Gary.
They're going to have Allie Kirk inbound. Right underneath the basket here.
Loveland in a man-to-man defense. Good defense there.
Turn the ball over.
Yeah, denying.
Here comes Anna Cooper. Williams on defense. She missed a shot. She gets her own rebound. That shot's strong. Here's Hinthorn.
Wow.
Courtney Henthorn, 6'2", listed on the roster.
Yeah.
Uses every bit of that size.
There's a turnover.
And Allie Kirk has it go off her foot out of bounds.
It might be timeout time for Milford.
She just took it.
Yeah.
Here's a replay. The shot here by number 24. She's strong. Henthorn, big rebound underneath. Puts it back up strong.
Yeah. Yeah, Milford's got no answer for Hayes or Henthorn. Both of them are over 6 foot. I think it's a very timely timeout for Milford. They seem, when they come down on offense, they really seem to be a little scattered going on here. I think coach has got to set up a play. They got to get on the board here.
And you got to figure out some kind of a way to take away Jillian Hayes and Henthorn underneath the basket.
Yeah. Yeah, because all they have to do is just go side to side. They can get both the offenses and the defenses rebounds. We're almost through the first period. Milford is still yet to put any points on the board.
Good look there at Coach Darnell Parker for Loveland Tigers as Anna Cooper gets set to inbound. She gets to the Colleen Swift, and she'll walk it up. Milford might be in a 2-3 here. Nice defense by Allie Kirk. She forces the turnover.
Referees are not quite sure here.
I thought that might have been Milford basketball, but they say it'll stay with Loveland.
Milford switches to a man-to-man. Now they go back to a 2-3 zone.
Anna Cooper working the ball around.
Loveland's not afraid to pass the ball. They'll look for that extra pass before they take that shot.
Here's a shot, number 12. She's a little strong. Rebound by number 10, Bren Rolfson. There's that full court press. They're looking to set a trap.
Milford better get it over. Just missed the 5-second.
Here's Williams with another drive and a little teardrop
There you
shot
go.
there. There's a 2-point basket.
The seal has been broken.
That's a number 12, Azia Williams.
Milford staying in that 2-3 zone. There you go.
They try to go down low to Henthorn, and that was Carla Dusing who tipped it away, and Plusinski who picked up the loose ball.
Looked like they were double teaming Henthorn down in the box there.
I think that's what you have to do when they get down there. Here's Williams. She's going to look to drive. She gets
Nice.
it to Dusing. Nice pass.
Oh.
Down low, but Dusing's just a little strong on the layup.
There's a foul.
And the foul's going to be on Carly Dusing. Let's take a replay here of that last basket.
Yeah, you see Williams come down. Nice look, squared up to the basket, and gets it in for the first points of the night.
Number 22, Abby Theroff's going to check in, and Plusinski's going to take a break.
Hayes and Henthorn are in now, so the two 6-footers are in the game. See what kind of offense Loveland decides to put into place. They're going to keep Hayes out on the perimeter.
And there's a turnover. Williams has it, and it goes off of Cooper's foot. The referees in the stands want to kick ball. They might have been right on that one.
Well, they got a kick ball under the basket. It went off of Milford, so it's going to be Loveland ball under their own basket.
They look to inbound. They almost turn it over.
Yep.
3 seconds.
And
Double dribble.
they'll call double dribble on Cooper.
All of a sudden here, Loveland's getting a little sloppy with the ball the last couple possessions. They had a turnover down here trying to get into Henthorn. Now they just had a double dribble. So
Morgan Hills will check in. You see her there, getting ready to set the inbound this pass. She checks in for number 10, Bren Rolfson. Maddie McDermott checks back in. Henthorn will get a rest for Loveland. Here comes Morgan Hills. There's Theroff, back out the Hills. Working the ball around the perimeter. Here's Kirk from the free throw line, a little short. Rebound under the basket. Hills has it again. She tries to pass to Kirk. Here comes Kirk. Theroff working hard under the basket.
Oh, up and in.
Puts it back in. Nice offensive play there by Theroff with the rebound and the putback.
That was all effort. She didn't give up on that. She stayed, got the offensive rebound, and put it up.
Here comes Loveland.
She traveled.
She walked. Actually, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on
you and I
Theroff.
both called the same thing. Here's that putback by Theroff. Off the backboard and in.
It's a great individual effort there by Theroff.
She comes from a family here that's very, her brothers are very into sports as well as herself. well-respected family here.
Loveland working the ball around the perimeter very well. Another shot here by number 12. That one's too strong as well. Kate Gary, she seems to be the three-point shooter. Here's Jillian Hayes. The offensive rebound in the putback.
Gary comes in averaging almost 36% on her 3 points, so she's going to take more of those before the night's
Morgan
over.
Hills with the three-pointer that's too short. Rebound by Loveland. They have 38 seconds to work with, and she will be fouled. 11, Morgan Hills gets the foul. Getting set to check in for Milford is number 23, Brooklyn Edgar. 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 9-4 lead, Loveland. Loveland looks content to hold for a last shot, possibly. Colleen Swift patiently works it over to Gary. Gary finds Borman open.
Think they're going to hold for the last shot, Ryan?
They seem content to do so.
Yeah.
Nice play underneath the basket there by number 20, Kristen Brown. She'll force Loveland's offense to reset. 14.7 seconds now on the clock.
Why would Loveland not hold the ball for the last shot?
They have Borman open. She holds. 10 seconds to go now. Colleen Swift has it.
They're going to put some pressure on the ball handler right now.
And Gary's open. She could have shot it if she wanted to.
They better hurry up.
She's not even going to get a shot off.
Good defense by the Eagles.
Absolutely. Right there at the end of that little transition with about 3 seconds to go, Kate Gary had the ball wide open right at the top of the perimeter. She could have took a shot, but she didn't. She chose another pass, and that kind of killed that offensive series. Great defense by Milford.
Well, that last 10, 15 seconds couldn't have turned out any better for Coach McKinney. Milford just finds himself down by 5 points. You know, coming into the game tonight, Ryan, Loveland only averages 39 points a game. Milford averages 26. So if you do the math, they're almost right on schedule where they would normally be. So again, low-scoring game. Getting ready here to start the second period.
Stats coming out of the first quarter. Jillian Hayes has four offensive rebounds, 1 on the defensive end, 5. She's killing it on the boards.
Yep.
And the turnovers for both teams really stick out to me. Milford has 6 turnovers while Loveland has 4. I think we might have a look at the first quarter highlights here.
Well, yeah.
Borman's 2-point shot. Her foot was just inside the line there, or else it would have been a 3. This is Colleen Swift with the drive.
They waved that basket off. She was
that was a travel on that one. Jillian Hayes with the putback.
We've seen her in the middle all night long tonight.
There. And then here's Henthorn's putback. That's most of Loveland's points right there. Second quarter getting ready to start here.
Milford with possession.
And we got a foul on Loveland, 22. Maddie McDermott.
That's her first foul. That's Loveland's second. Milford has 5 fouls. Just another statistic while we were getting here. Milford shot 22% to 15%. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. 22 to 15.
Try to pass it down low. There's another steal for Loveland. That's McDermott on the steal, but she's too long, too strong on the pass for Kate Gary. Milford's going to check into 2 new subs. It's going to be Azia Williams checking back in, and number 14, Caitlin Wiscombe. And Wiscombe will inbound to Kirk.
Loveland's going to pressure the ball.
Wiscombe will bring the ball up.
Oh, there's a turnover.
She turns it over. It's Broerman.
Nice move.
And Broerman puts the basket in, 11-4 lead.
That's a left-hand layup. Loveland's pressuring the ball again.
Full court press. They got her trapped. She gets it out to Kirk. Kirk's
better hurry up.
Williams just gets it across, gets it to Kirk. It's very aggressive defense by Loveland.
I was going to say, they've picked up the intensity here in the second period.
Absolutely. Wiscombe throws it off of Hayes. out of bounds. Milford ball. They'll get a chance to reset here and kind of catch their breath.
We talked about 17 turnovers. They got 2 turnovers just 45 seconds into the second period so far.
It's a very aggressive defense by Loveland.
The referees came over here and just had a little casual conversation with the head coach of Milford.
She doesn't like it.
No, she didn't like it.
To me, it looked like Loveland tipped it out. Should have been Milford ball, but they'll call it for Loveland. Number 24, Jenna Stanton checks in. She'll inbound the pass to Colleen Swift. Swift will work the offense over to Gary.
Again, good ball movement in the perimeter. In and
Swift
out.
to Broerman. Down to Hayes, which is what they want to do. She goes up strong. She gets her own rebound. Should be a jump ball. Should be a jump ball. And they're going to call a foul instead.
See who that foul's on, right? Kristen Brown. Here's a replay.
Brown.
Here's a replay. Battling for the ball underneath the basket. See if we can see the foul. Yeah, it looks like she got her on the arm.
There's a jump ball. Earned by Caitlin Wiscombe, but the arrow is with Loveland, and it will stay with Loveland. But at the very least, you flip the arrow.
Nice hands.
Tip there by Williams. She has room to work. She'll pull up a shot, and it's good.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, she did it on both ends of the court that time. She's 5'1", but tell you what, her effort makes up for the size.
Hayes tries to drive.
Nice move.
She works the baseline, but she's short on her layup again.
Wow, we're getting. Here's.
I think this might be maybe Milford's basket there by Williams. Yeah.
Nice jumper.
A beautiful jumper, really.
Looks like we're going to have a little. We're going to have a little conference here with one of the assistant coaches for Milford. So that's the second time the referees had to come over and talk to either the head coach or the assistant coach.
Well, the first time they came over and they talked to McKinney.
Right.
I'm going to assume that he said, hey, calm your assistant down. And then he didn't. And this time he came over and spoke directly to the assistant.
Right. There's a three.
Allie Kirk. And a three-point basket is good. 11-9. A little 5-point run here for the Milford Eagles.
Just when you thought they had the potential to get out of control, they come back with 5 points. It's only a 2-point spread now. Loveland looks a little hesitant right now.
Here's Hayes with the basket. 13-9.
You got a replay maybe coming up on that long three. They're trying to play a trap.
Wiscombe throws the ball away. Williams trying to fight for it, though. That goes off of Swift's foot.
No, actually, there's a foul there, right? There's a foul on number 20 for Loveland.
Okay, they called a foul.
Here's that long three.
There's Allie Kirk's shot.
Beautiful.
And I think we're going to see Jillian Hayes' little lay-in underneath the basket. So Colleen Swift got called for the foul. It's 13-9.
That's Loveland's third foul. Neither team in jeopardy right now of being in the bonus.
Williams looking to drive. She gets it to Morgan Hills. Morgan Hills on the wing, trying to work it down low to Dusing. Dusing too strong on the lay-in.
She had some time there. She could have got her feet set better and had a little better look at that basket. She looks to me like she rushed that shot.
Here's Anna Cooper. McDermott down to Broerman. Nice shot. Oh, they're going to call a foul on 22, Thieroff. Looked like a good shot block. Let's take a replay. Watch number 22 under the basket here.
That looked pretty ball to me. I don't know if you saw it, Ryan, but
Broerman's first shot is good.
The assistant coach got a little nasty look from the referee.
Well, he is screaming that, rightfully so. He is screaming that it should have been all ball.
I think he's got a short leash tonight. Again, can't disagree, but they're not going to change their call based on.
You don't want to get your team at tuck.
That's correct. That's correct. as close as this game is. Anyway, 15-9, Loveland.
Just under 5 minutes to go here in the second.
That intense defense is staying.
Lisinski turns the ball over, but she's going to try to fight back for it. The arrow is Milford, so that'll be Milford's ball. Lisinski, she turned it over, but she fought back to earn the ball back.
Absolutely. Good hustle. We were just talking about the aggressiveness on Loveland. Milford showed a little bit of that on their own, that play.
Morgan Hills to inbound. She gets it into Carly. No, that's Wasinski. Back out to Hills. Hills with a three-point shot. 15-12. Anna Cooper is open for a three-point basket, and she makes it. We're trading threes.
Trading threes.
Morgan Hills brings the ball up, finds Williams open. Williams working the crossover. She finds Allie Kirk. Over to Blasinski. Shot from the wing.
Over the back.
And they're going to get over the back on Carly Dusing.
Yeah. All of a sudden now, it looks like the offense is starting to catch up a little bit to the defense. We've had a couple back-to-back threes. Loveland comes in average just over 20% from threes, and Milford 30. So neither team really is going to light it up from threes.
And that puts Loveland in the bonus. That'll give them a one-and-one opportunity here.
Number 12, Kate Berry.
Jillian Hayes will check back in for Jenna Stanton. Number 24, Sydney Pileski will check in for Carly Deuce.
Sydney seen her first action tonight.
There's Kate Gary. She went 1-on-1. She makes the front end. So that'll make it 19-12.
It's a 1-on-1. Sydney Polinsky is a 5'6" senior, number 24 for Loveland, or for Milford, I'm sorry.
Second free throw for Gary. And she's good on both. 8-point lead for the Tigers. Looking to inbound. She's got to get it in. Allie Kirk takes it.
Milford breaks the pressure.
And we're going to have a blocking foul, I believe, on number 12. Nope, we're going to call it on 20, Colleen Swift.
Foul number 20, Colleen Swift, her second. Team foul.
And I like what the referees are doing. They're calling the obvious fouls, right? You don't want this game to get a little out of control here. Both teams are very aggressive.
Morgan Hills looks to inbound. Bad pass underneath. That was Pileski that just checked in there. I'll call a jump ball. That'll be Loveland's ball.
Loveland Tigers. Back into the Tigers field, 55.
And Courtney Henthorne's going to check back in. Look for Loveland to maybe start working it down low with Henthorne and Hayes on the court.
Just a little over 4 minutes to go until halftime. Still 8-point lead for Loveland.
Here's Cooper.
Milford staying in that 2-3
Henthorne.
zone.
Works it over to Gary. Gary with the shot.
Oh.
Williams tried to make a steal on that pass. It was ill-advised, and it left Gary wide open for the 2-point shot. Williams brings it up for the Eagles.
Gary's pretty lethal from the outside. There's another turnover.
She tried to throw it off of Hayes' leg, and it was unsuccessful. Swift takes it, and we're going to kick ball out on Allie Kirk.
That was a nice play by the defensive person for Loveland over there. She used the baseline as an extra defender. And
There's a shot there by Gary. Nice jump shot there.
Williams got over there. She had nowhere to go.
And also number 20, Kirsten Brown.
Bren Rossford, number 10, and number 20, Kristen Brown, have checked in for Milford.
Travel.
And we'll have Hayes with the travel. Another unforced turnover. That's been the story of the game for both these teams here tonight.
Be interesting to see the first half statistics and see exactly how many turnovers both teams have had.
At the end of the first quarter, they had combined for 10. There's Williams. Jump shot.
Wow.
It's good. 2-point basket. Her foot was on the line.
She's not afraid to put it up.
Shot there by Swift. Rebound Williams. They're looking to trap. She's just too fast to trap.
She is too fast.
And those dribble moves are pretty sick. Oh, you got to make that shot after those dribble moves.
Posterize that one.
And Swift comes back down with a little Euro step of her own.
We got timeout on the court here by Loveland. 2:56 to go until halftime.
The student section, look, they're up there going crazy after Zia Williams made that little behind the back crossover.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully we'll get a replay. Here it is.
Slow it down for the dribble.
Yeah, here it is.
Keep it going. Here it comes right about here.
Boom!
Oh, she. Now, if you make a dribble like that and then you get a pass down below the basket and it's that open, you got to make it for your teammate.
I know.
And then how about Colleen Swift getting the rebound and taking it to full court with a Euro step at the end?
That's right. That's correct. Took it up there off the left hand, off the glass, and in.
Look into the Loveland Tigers huddle. Coach Darnell Parker calmly. He's for a basketball coach. I mean, yeah, his team's in the lead, but he doesn't really show much animation over there on that bench.
Not yet, anyway. To your point, Ryan. So far, everything's been kind of going his way. Team's up 10 with about a little less than 3 minutes to go.
Christy McKinney, a Milford head coach, with her huddle. She's always an interesting coach to watch. She's always very animated. The faces that she makes are always very entertaining. She kind of almost reminds me of John Gruden with the faces she makes.
I'm not sure she would appreciate that comparison, but nevertheless.
I don't know. That's a great coach.
Well, that's true. He is. That's true. She's been coaching here for a long time here at Milford. Yeah, we got a little confusion here down here on the Loveland bench. Maybe some condensation on the floor, maybe?
Maybe somebody spilled a little water.
Could be.
And now we're ready for play. Morgan Hills will inbound the pass. 2:56 left to go here in the second period.
Loveland's going to full court press. Milford breaks it easily.
And an ill-advised pass.
There's a foul by number 20.
Another foul. So Ralston comes in, drives the length of the court, turns it over on a bad pass, and then Kristen Brown with the foul. And that'll send Jillian Hayes to the line as number 25, Broerman, checks back in for Loveland.
I'm not sure that's how that play was drawn up during that timeout, Ryan.
No, that full court press has a tendency to kind of take any drawn up plays and throw them out the window.
Yeah, but Milford's got to anticipate that. Loveland, for about the last period, they've been doing full court press. Sorry about that.
1-and-1, she misses very badly. And we're going to have a foul here, another foul on Kristen Brown. And that's going to get the bench working here. It's going to be Caitlin Wiscombe's going to check back in for Kristen Brown, who has not had a great 3 minutes here.
Jason, maybe you can dub that out, huh?
Number 20, Colleen Swift.
And we'll have Jenna Stanton checking back in for Loveland as Caitlin Wiscombe checks in for Milford.
First one's no good, off the back of the iron. Still 10-point lead for Loveland.
And they're in the double bonus, though, so no more 1-and-1s. Everything's 2 shots. And Swift makes a second one.
You know, Milford's got to be careful that.
Of a timeout, Christy McKinney.
Milford's got to be careful that Loveland doesn't go on a little run here. They're already up 11. They got to be very careful and take control the ball and get good quality looks at the basket on the other end.
I think if you're Milford, you're looking at wanting to have maybe 2, maybe 3 more possessions before the half ends, limiting what Loveland does and making the most of your 2 or 3 possessions.
Right.
You know, if you can get a couple 3-pointers or even a 3 and a 2 and get, 5 points off of this lead, go into the half down 25-19 or 25-20, I think you'd take that.
Oh, I think if you said we'll do that right now, Milford's going into the locker room down 4 or 5 without question. But I'm just saying, you got to be careful. You got to, be smart with the ball. Don't get Loveland fast breaks. Don't take ill-advised shots. To your point, Ryan, be smart. This game's far from over.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few shots tonight by Milford that have that might fall into that category as ill-advised, just kind of like some floating teardrops that you could stop and there's no shot clock in high school. You can stop and reset the offense anytime you want.
Right. Yeah, I think we mentioned that a couple times where some of them they just take an extra second and compose themselves, square themselves up to the basket. The results might have been different. Nevertheless, here we go.
And it's going to be Williams bringing the ball down the court, calling the offense. She's looking for a screen. Nope, she pulls Hills out and passes it to her. Ralston cuts to the wing. They give it to Wiscombe. Back to Williams.
Milford was trying to get the ball into the middle. Hayes, good defense. Did not allow that to happen.
And Milford is now taking their time here. Here goes Williams. She fakes a drive, almost turns it over.
And there,
And now Williams will drive, and she'll dish it off the Hills. Three-point shot, it looks good, and it is good.
See, perfect. Perfect.
Now you have to play defense, though.
Now you do. Absolutely.
For that plan that we talked about during the timeout, you got to play defense, and you got to come up with a stop here. And that might be it right there. They're going to call jump ball. The arrow's with Milford. It's their ball. Now you take a nice long possession here, work the ball around the perimeter, and try to get you another 2 or 3-point shot.
Without question. Here's that replay on that.
Take a couple looks at the 3-play. Nice dish by Williams. And really, if there's a little bit before, right before that there, where she actually saved the turnover.
Yeah.
And then was able to find Hills wide open. So 147 and counting. It's 25-17. They got Hills trapped.
Oh,
and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call it on Stanton, number 24.
That's Loveland's 5th foul.
2 more until they're in the until Milford's in the bonus.
Coach Parker's over there working the officials now. We just gave him a compliment for being very calm over there.
But even still, he's doing it calmly.
he's got a couple calls he wasn't very happy with over the last couple seconds.
Wiscombe on the wing, driving to the baseline.
Nice
drive underneath the basket. And a 2-point play.
This couldn't have been scripted any better.
Wiscombe. Okay, you still got to come up with another stop here. And they're going to call a walk. They'll say she walked. You've cut 5 points into the lead, and there's 1:20 left to go. It wouldn't be out of the realm of crazy to. Now they're going to go in here. I was going to say maybe wait for a last second shot. Oh, she almost got the bounce.
Almost got the home court bounce.
Now they're driving. Here's Swift. She pulls up at the free throw line, and she makes it. Milford almost turns it over on the inbound pass. Williams saved it from going out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Milford's got to slow this back down here. Stay back with what they're
looking to trap Williams, and she's just the wrong player to trap.
Yeah.
And a nice shot block there by number 22, McDermott. And Loveland throws it away. 40 seconds to go. Allie Kirk will check back in.
I think Milford be very advised to slow this down and hold it for the last shot.
Ralston will check out as Kirk checks in.
You know Loveland, which they're going to come, they're going to full court press, trying to create a turnover.
It'll be Williams to inbound. She has Kirk and Hills. Loveland has 3 defenders, full court press. They get it to Williams.
She says, get away, I got this. She is very good handling that ball.
I don't think there's a better ball handler on the court.
No way.
Oh, nice underneath. And that's Kate Gary going over the back there for a shot block. That's got to be a foul.
Yeah.
It's going to send Kusinski to the line.
Boy, I got to tell you, here's a replay. Watch Williams with that ball.
Just a little rough here.
Yeah. She really can bring that ball up court. She really has got that. She's got her head up all the time looking to make that extra pass. Great pass that she made there.
And she gets a good bounce on that free throw. A little strong. Sometimes you need a good bounce.
Rather be lucky than good sometimes.
Absolutely. So cut the lead to 6, and she does. 27-21, 26 seconds to go. Anna Cooper brings it up for the Tigers.
Milford's going to press the ball. Almost a turnover.
Williams had it. Gary with the shot. 2-point basket's good. 30-21, 9-point lead. 14 seconds. Williams has it. She's calm as can be. 8 seconds. She's going to drive. And she tries to.
That was kick.
Kick ball, but she'll have 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Coach McKinney to set something up here.
Not sure who she was passing that ball to, Ryan.
There was no one there.
There was nobody under the basket.
I think at the moment she tried to pass the ball, whoever was there decided to move out the other way.
Move out the other side.
McDermott checks back in for the Tigers. They're unsure who's supposed to check out. It's going to be Kate Gary.
I don't think she was. I think there was some confusion.
Here's Williams. She gets it over to Hill. Wiscombe. Wiscombe's open, and she hit it at the buzzer. A 3-point shot, 30-24.
Wait a minute. I think they're getting together.
They're going to say it's good. I think they're going to say he's shaking his head, yes, saying it's good. Now they're still talking.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
We got these refs here at midcourt. Check these officials out here at midcourt. They're talking about whether this shot's good or not. So as of right now, it's 30-21. He's coming over to the table.
See if we can hear him. Looks like it's good.
And they're not saying no basket, so it's good. 30-24. Big shot there in the half. That was Caitlin Wiscombe. What a play drawn up by Coach McKinney there for the inbound play with 3 seconds left to go. And real quick here, we'll get out to halftime. And when we come back, we'll take a look at some stats and maybe some first half highlights. Stay tuned. Welcome back here. About to be the start of the second half, the third quarter here. High school basketball at the Nest Milford High School. Ryan McGahey along with Mike Lorienti. 30-24 there. You see their score at halftime. Mike, what do the stats tell you about this game?
Well, it's, if you look at it, Loveland's got 10 second chance points compared to Milford, so that's a big difference, as well as in the paint. You know, we figured that with Hayes and Thenhorn. Fast break points, again, favor Loveland, but if you look at the scoreboard, it's only a 6-point game, which was really helped by the 3 at the buzzer that cut the lead from 9 to 6.
Yeah, and you say it there, 3-point shooting from Milford. They're 4 for 7 from behind the line, while Loveland's only 2 for 7. And you see number 12 there, Isaiah Williams. I think she might be the key for Milford to stay in this game. Her ball handling skills, the way she manages the offense, the way she works the ball around. If Milford's going to stick in this thing, it's going to come off of her skills with the ball in her hand.
No doubt about it. They feed off of what she does. She creates the play. She dishes the ball. She really does it all for Milford.
Loveland will start with the ball. Colleen Swift looks over Kate Gary. Kate Gary had 7 points in the first half. And she'll look for 3 more here. And she's got them. Wow. 3-point shot. Kate Gary. Right out of the chute there, the 3-pointer. Here's Williams working at the top of the perimeter.
She's now the leading scorer for Loveland. 10 points. Loveland picking up right where they stopped at the end of the first half with that real intense defense, and there's another turnover.
Hills turns it over, but Loveland's on the floor, and that's going to be a travel. When you're on the floor with the ball, you can't come up to your feet or your knees. Basically, just kind of got to lay there and pass the ball away.
Yep. I was looking for the turnovers. We had a total of 24 turnovers in the first half.
Combined between the two teams, 11 for Loveland and 13 for Milford.
Right. There's another
And we
one.
just saw 3 right there, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Milford turned it over. Loveland immediately went to the ground, turned it over by traveling, and then Milford just threw another pass away.
Yeah, Milford's got to be very smart with each of their possessions, because we've seen that Loveland can get on a little run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard of sabermetrics in baseball. There's kind of a similar movement in basketball, and here's Hayes with a 3-point shot.
Nothing. Air ball.
Very bad shot. Tried to save it there was Colleen Swift. Allie Kirk will try to work through the full court press.
She better hurry up.
She's got to hurry up. Ball forward. And she got that with about a second to spare.
Turned
and
it over.
Turns it over.
Hayes literally took it from her.
Williams is going to try to get big.
Lays it up.
And Hayes just works right through her. And if you're Milford, why is Williams not taking every inbound pass on that end of the floor? And she finds Hills wide open for a 2-point shot, but she's short.
No good. Rebound Hayes.
Fast-paced action here in the third quarter. Here comes Kate Gary. Williams again is a lone defender under the basket. And an offensive rebound by number 22, McDermott. And she gets fouled, and she's going to go to the line. So
we were looking at a 6-point deficit to begin the third period. It's now up to 11.
So it'll be Morgan Hill's third foul as Henthorne gets ready to check in for Loveland as they're going to get big. You guys saying, you heard sabermetrics for baseball where they kind of go deeper into the numbers, and one of the big ones for basketball is basically like your efficiency per possession. Like what is your efficiency rating per possessions for a game? And right now for Milford, it's very low.
First one was good.
She misses the second, rebound by Theroff.
Milford's got to be really smart about this possession. There's a quick
3-point shot.
No good. It might be time for Coach McCurney to call timeout, especially if Loveland scores here.
And Thorne down low. And the lay-in's good.
Yeah,
timeout.
Yeah. I mean, we're up to 14 points.
Well, it's an 8-0 run to start the third quarter.
In a matter of less than 2 minutes. And this is not what Milford could afford to have happen.
And you come out with a couple immediate turnovers, and then just really allowing Loveland to work a fast break.
Yeah, well, you know what we're seeing again, Loveland go back to feeding the ball into the middle, either to Hayes or to Henthorne.
Yeah, that's what we've seen so far. A lot of fast break, running and gun style, aggressive defense, getting it down low to Hayes and Henthorne, and it's worked for an 8-0 run. So obviously that's the adjustment that head coach Donnell Parker for Loveland decided to do at halftime, was saying, hey, you know what, we're going to go back inside. We're going to go back to run, run our full court fast break offense.
Right. And look what it's done for them. Milford should have been prepared for that. We talked about that in the first half. And Loveland's going to keep the pressure. Why not? It's working for them.
When you inbound on this end of the floor here, I feel like it should be Williams that should get the inbound pass.
Right.
It's Caitlin Wiscombe. She finds Theroff. Theroff working against Tenthorn. Down low to Plasinski.
Turnover.
And Jenna Stanton just ripped the ball out of her hand,
Jump
but then Plasinski does a nice job of getting her hands on the ball. That's the second time that she's won a jump ball for Milford. Oh, nope. The arrow said Milford, but it'll stay with. Okay, they're staying with Milford. Okay. Hills inbounds. Theroff Williams.
Finally got that ball into Williams' hands. Let's watch her create.
She gets it to Hills. Hills looking to move. Kate Garrett is going to get trapped. She throws it in, and now Stanton earns a jump ball. The two same ladies that had the previous jump ball. Plasinski and Stanton going at it again.
Just got right back at it. Again, not a good possession for Milford. But Loveland is really good at moving the ball. There's a three by Gary.
Just a little short on that. Hayes with an offensive rebound. It's been a big story for Loveland as well.
There's a foul.
And that should be an offensive foul.
Wow.
No, they'll call it a.
It looked like she put her shoulder in it,
block.
Didn't it?
Yeah, when you drop that shoulder, usually that's an offensive foul.
There he is. He's warned. There it is. We knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. The assistant coach is officially on notice. He's been warned. Next time he's thrown.
Well, next time it'll probably be a little technical. I guess they could move straight to throwing him out, right?
It's at the discretion of the referee.
Okay.
There are certain steps that you have to take in order to get ejected, but at the discretion of the referee, you can go from warning to ejection.
Hayes is at the line here.
Makes it. It's up to 16, largest lead of the game for Loveland.
It's a 10-0 run to start the third quarter. Williams is now running the offense.
Milford needs a bucket here, Ryan, in the worst way.
And it's Wiscombe. She's looking to drive. She gets it over to Plasinski, to Williams.
That was an ill-advised shot.
Yeah, Ralston was kind of wide open on the wing. That was a good effort there by Ralston after she took an ill-advised shot to get the ball back from Milford.
Looks like Taylor, number 40 for Loveland. Taylor, how do you say that name? Thor?
Toll. Taylor Toll.
Gets her first action of the night.
Here's Theroff working against Tenthorn.
Good jump shot. No good.
And
hard
she's
off
way
the
off.
glass.
Yeah. Williams trying to make a steal. Here's Cooper bringing it up for the Lady Tigers. Finds Stanton. Stanton down low.
Nice move.
To Hayes.
Wow.
And a nice move to the basket by Hayes, and that's a 12-0 run now.
Milford's got no answer for that, right? Zero.
I think when they work it down low, you got to go for the double team.
Yeah. All of a sudden now Milford's standing still.
And it's Theroff working around the perimeter. Here's Ralston. She's going to try to drive. She throws it back to Wiscombe. A little jab step by Wiscombe. She gets fouled as she goes up. She'll go to the line for two. She's got a chance to get Milford's first points here in the third quarter.
Jenna Stanton, number 24 for Loveland. That's her second foul. That's only Loveland's first foul here in the third period.
Teams first.
She's a little short off the front of the rim on the first free throw. Hinthorn will check out. McDermott will check back in. Allie Kirk going to check in for Milford.
Loveland goes deep on their bench. They're playing 8-10 players.
Second shot.
Wiscombe,
and that's way right.
Wiscombe's still looking for her first points.
Here's Stanton. She drives, she turns it over.
It's off of Milford.
And they'll say it went off of Milford.
Oh, no.
No, they changed directions now. It'll be Milford ball. So Stanton tried to drive, and then she lost the handle on the ball, and it's Milford ball.
Interesting. Loveland's gonna.
Yeah, Loveland's backing off. They got the 18-point lead. They're going to back off the
full court press.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Here's Williams.
Double team there in the corner. Boy.
And there's Williams with a nice putback. And we talked about at the start of this third quarter that if Milford was going to stay in this thing, it would be Williams that would be the
catalyst.
Kind of the catalyst. And really, they shied away from her so far.
She's hardly touched the ball.
And now she gets a look there, and she scored some points. There's 23. Brooklyn Edgar will check in from Milford. Missed shot there. Stanton with another offensive rebound.
I tell you, Loveland's got to be careful. They just don't start throwing up rainbows.
Nice.
And there's a turnover.
Nice play there by Allie Kirk. Loose ball is picked up by Edgar. Williams drives. She finds Theroff wide open, but Hayes comes in. They're going to call her for a foul.
It looks like Hayes might have got her with the body on that one, but she had to look up like, really? If we get a replay on that.
And they call her for its first foul for Hayes.
Here's a replay. See if we go up.
It's hard to tell from that look.
Yeah.
Theroff misses her first shot.
Here we go. Here's trying it again. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
And checking in. We got 3 subs checking in for Loveland. It's Broerman. These are all starters. Broerman, Colleen Swift, and Kate Gary all check back in. And Theroff's too strong on her second free throw. So free throws, missed free throws. They missed 4 here in the third quarter.
That's funny because Milford was 2 for 2 beginning the third quarter. Nice spin move.
And she's a little too strong on the layup. And another offensive rebound for Loveland.
Oh, nice pass.
Little one-touch pass there by McDermott down to Hayes. And Hayes is looking strong here in the third quarter.
Well, she's the leading scorer for Loveland. Now you know why.
Edgar finds Rothsfin. Rothsfin back to Edgar. Edgar back to Rothsfin. Rothsfin with a shot. It looks a little short. Allie Kirk diving on the ground, trying to get the ball for the Eagles. Long pass to Broerman. Back out, Colleen Swift. Gary back to Swift. Swift over to McDermott. She throws it away. McDermott says, who are you throwing that to?
You know, basketball is not that different than all the other sports. You go into halftime, you think about making adjustments, right? And you can, whatever adjustments Loveland made, it put up a lot of points. Milford is still struggling.
And you know, and Loveland has backed off those adjustments.
Yeah.
And and honestly, adjustments are just more than halftime adjustments. It's a constant thing throughout the game.
Correct.
So, you know, Loveland made those adjustments, came out here in the third with the full court press. Roston misses. Theroff with the rebound. Kirk way short. Roston, great effort here. Over to Edgar. Edgar back to Kirk.
Williams is out of the game.
Yeah, I just noticed Williams has taken a break. Kirk finds Hills. Rosfin's wide open.
A lot of time being taken off the clock here.
Edgar's wide open for a shot. That'll be a 2-pointer.
Air ball.
She missed. Loveland still looking to run here. Here's Gary.
Well, she's not afraid to take that.
And another offensive rebound. Colleen Swift will go up. They're going to call a walk on Colleen Swift. She doesn't like the call. Number 40, Taylor Toll will check back in.
That's the first piece of animation we saw off to Mr. Parker's face. He didn't agree with that. He's still questioning the referee.
Yeah, he's saying she took 2 steps. The referee disagrees.
You know, at the end of the day, they're not changing their mind. All right, Williams is back in for Milford.
Just a quick break for her.
Yeah.
She's got to be on the court. Edgar looking to drive, loses the handle on the ball. Loveland's down on the floor fighting for it. And they're going to get Edgar for a foul. Third team foul for Milford.
Milford has scored 2 points so far this third period.
Yeah, 14-2 runs for this whole third quarter, 1:22 remaining. This is playing pretty close to about Loveland's season average.
Yep.
For their points scored and points allowed.
They're going to try and trap in the corner.
Good
defense.
And a timeout there by Darnell Parker saves the turnover.
Taking a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, if you look at Loveland's stats for the whole season outside of conference play, so conference play and outside of conference play, they average 54 points per game, and they only allow 32.
Yeah.
So they're kind of right on pace for that right now tonight. About a minute left to go here in the third quarter.
So I don't know what Milford's can do here other than maybe take a little bit better care of the ball and get better shots, but they can't go up and down the court with Loveland. Loveland gets set underneath that basket. There's no answer.
Yeah, and I think when Milford gets the ball, they try to kind of run a little bit too, and it's not working for them. They got to stick with what they do, and I think they got to let Williams create the offense. When Williams kind of drives in, and Loveland's defenders come in and kind of try to trap her, she finds a way to get the open Eagle the ball, and that's when they've been making their shots tonight.
Yeah. Looks like there's some question right now, a number of timeouts Milford has.
We're trying to listen in at the table as they're going to inbound the pass here.
Yeah, she did. So Milford only has 2 more timeouts left.
So Swift inbounds to Borman. She finds Gary. Back over to Swift.
Yeah, I think Loveland might be looking at trying to take a little time off the clock.
Well, both the big girls are out. Jillian Hayes and Henthorne are off the court right now.
Yeah.
So McDermott's playing the 5. Gary just turned it over. So it'll be Milford ball.
Wonder how long. I think Coach Parker's probably going to want to try to give his bigs a rest for the rest of this period. Probably bring him back in the fourth, begin the fourth period.
Yeah, 48 seconds to go in the third. Got to inbound that ball to Williams. Throw it long. There she goes. And they don't have a chance to trap her. Over to Kirk. Back to Williams. She's going to run the offense. She's got a couple of screens up top. She kicks it over to Kirk. And Kirk's a little short. Williams with the offensive rebound. The shortest player on the floor gets the offensive board.
There's a block.
Shot blocked by Kate Gary. Morgan Hills took a shot. Gary blocked it. Williams looking to play defense. She gets a swipe at the ball, but it's not enough. Swift goes up strong.
We've seen Swift do that a couple times today, taking that ball full court and laying it off the glass and in.
Morgan Hills, one-hand little floater.
20-point lead.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. Swift. She gets the shot off, and she makes it. She just turned around and walked to the bench like, no big deal. I do this every day. 49-26, Broerman with a three-pointer at the buzzer. Puts Loveland up by 23. If they're going to get if Milford has any chance here, it's going to be on a hope and a miracle.
Yeah, they got outscored 19-2 that in the third period. It's barring a miracle.
Let's take a look at the last 2 Loveland Tiger baskets. This one here is Colleen Swift going up strong under the hoop, right-hand layup. And then here's the one at the buzzer. I don't know if we stick with it or not, but you can see Broman just kind of, she doesn't really make a face. She just kind of turns and smiles and, I do this all the time.
That was NBA 3. She was way outside the arc.
There you see Broerman on the bench. It's Parker, no doubt, probably get a couple subs going here with a 23-point lead. Some of the Milford faithful kind of making their way towards the exits.
My guess is we might see Coach Parker back off on that full court press as well.
Oh, he did at the end of the third quarter there, but they kept they were still running on offense, though.
Right.
That might be another one where they might back off. Right. You might start to see some long offensive possessions where they kind of work the ball around.
There is that little bit of respect, right? What comes around goes around. Oh, yeah, here's the replay schedule on ICRC Sports. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock on Spectrum 4 and fiber optics. Oh, we missed it. We'll get it here in a second.
And Williams has the ball for the Eagles. She's looking to dribble Swift out of her shoes. She's done all game. And we'll get her for a 5-second dribble. Cooper will check in for Loveland as McDermott checks out.
You know, I know we haven't said this one time tonight, Ryan, but you know what grade Williams is?
I'm going to say she's a freshman or a sophomore.
She's a freshman. So
I mean, 4 years from now, look out.
I'm telling you, that's my point. That 5 second that she just had there, that won't happen again.
No, that probably won't happen again this year.
Right.
They're going to get Wiscombe for a foul underneath the basket. That'll send Hayes to the line. Her last 2 free throws weren't looking so good.
Caitlin Wiscombe, her first, team's fourth. At the line shooting 2, number 10, Julie Hayes.
Tell you what, she's a scoring machine, Ryan. She's warmed up. She's not missed a whole lot.
So that free throw looked a lot better than her last 2.
Yeah.
And that one's perfect.
Wow.
I guess when the pressure's off, they look good.
She's only a sophomore.
This rivalry is only going to get crazier
Yeah.
as these girls get older.
There's another foul.
And they're going to call it on Allie Kirk.
That's Milford's 5th foul. Less than 30, just over 30 seconds into the 4th period.
Now Loveland might blow right past their 54 points per game mark.
They're going to get there.
And it's questionable whether Milford can reach the 32 that Loveland usually allows.
There's almost a turnover.
Nice play by Allie Kirk there, trying to create something for Milford, but just couldn't maintain handle on the ball. So Stanton will inbound.
Looks like there's a little bit of friendly bantering going on over there with some of the fans over there.
It's I think one of the men's assistant coaches, Scott Baltimore, over there in the blue.
Oh, is he?
I think he might have disagreed or something with the call. I don't know. Or maybe he knows the ref. He coaches, so
he's laughing.
Probably a friendly conversation. Scott Baltimore was a Reading grad and a couple years ahead of me there at Reading.
Oh, okay.
He coaches on the men's team here.
How are the men's Milford team?
I'm not too well informed on their team.
Okay.
I mean, I know they have a good young coaching staff with Baltimore and David Olson joining their staff this year. I'm sure we'll have them on ICRC this year.
Coach Cameron still running the show.
And there's Hayes with another basket. That's Rossfin for Milford. And that's got to be kicked ball on Hayes, maybe even a foul. My goodness. She about took Kristen Brown's hat off with her shoulder.
Looks like they're just going to call that a kick ball.
There's Scotty Baltimore.
Still laughing over there.
He might be an MND, one of the MND women's coaches too.
Yeah, it looks like he's got an MND. Boy, they got their stack this year.
They're nationally ranked, right?
Yeah.
So he's here just gotten the opponents, I guess.
Yeah, they're a heck of a team. They've always had good program over there. I can't remember the gal that went to play at UConn from Mount Notre Dame. Smart. Coach Parker tells him to pull it up, take some time off the clock.
And of course, as ICRC, we're kind of lucky. Some of the schools we get to cover. You get to cover Mount Notre Dame as Williams gets the turnover there.
Yep.
And you get to cover Mason. Mason's another nationally ranked team. And Kirk just throws that one away. Heads up there, front row. I want to take your eyes off your phone before you get hit with a basketball.
Yeah, there's some good girls programs here in the city of Cincinnati. We do not have to hang our head anywhere in this city. We can compete.
I'll tell you, you get to those, the regional finals and everything up there when they play at Kettering Fairmont, and usually end up with like Mount Notre Dame versus Lakota or Lakota versus Mason or Mason versus Mount Notre Dame. Those games are entertaining as can be.
Absolutely.
Nice rebound under the basket there by Deucing. So Williams brings it up court to Wiscombe. Wiscombe with the shot. Too strong. Allie Kirk working down low. And we'll get a block on, I think, McDermott for Loveland. Yeah, they're going to call that a McDermott. As Morgan Hills will check back in for Allie Kirk.
Looks like she's okay over there. Maybe took a knee to the head or something like that. Another turnover.
Turnover, Loveland ball. 5:42 left to go. Cooper to Stanton. Stanton will drive. Little underhand, left-handed layup. She gets fouled. The shot does not go in. She'll go to the line for 2. See who they call the foul on. Looking like it might be Carly Dusing, number 32. Replay the foul
here, yeah.
Oh, it's a little left-hand layup there. She gets her on the arm. She misses the first.
Coach Parker over there for Loveland's having a good time. Because if you look up at the scoreboard, I'd be having a good time. Your team's up 27.
Absolutely, 27-point lead for the 28-point lead now for the Lady Tigers.
So what does Milford take away from this? Because, you know, I mean, obviously.
Well, you have what I would say so far from I've seen one of the best freshmen in the city.
Yeah. And you got to use her, right? You got to work around her strengths.
Wiscombe might have got away with a little bit of a walk there.
Milford still only has 2 points so far in the second half.
And just those halftime adjustments we were talking about earlier, Loveland just came out too strong, built that lead, and Milford's not been able to get back in it.
No.
Wiscombe, good rebound there, playing strong.
I think it's a combination of
Get another foul here on, that's going to be Kate Gary.
I think it's a combination of the aggressiveness by Loveland on defense, some bad possessions by Milford, and the youth, right? I mean, Milford's got a pretty young team, and especially led by Williams. She's going to learn from this. Let's get back here later on in the year and see what kind of players, you know, where this team is at. They're only 4 games into the season.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will be back here when they get deep into ECC players. A 3 by Williams. She's a little strong. Toll looking for Gary. Gary's driving.
Left hand off the glass and in.
Nice 2-point layup there. 56-26, 4:27 left to go.
Might be soon for Coach Parker to empty out his bench.
Probably see some of the reserve girls that just played in the game prior to this. The Milford reserve girls winning by 1 point.
Right. You know, the last thing you want to have happen in a game like this, Ryan, is keep your starters in there a little bit too long and somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, you know, not an expert basketball coach or anything, but if I was going to coach up Azia Williams, it would be to get her to stop doing those little one-handed teardrop floaters. You know, unless you're, you know, a professional basketball player that does that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like just such a hard shot to perfect. And it's usually ill-advised when you take it because you rush it and you're trying to jump into the defense when you do it, and it's just not a good shot.
Nope.
Nice pass there. Dusing can't do anything with it. Great defense by Broderman. Loveland. Hayes finds Kate Gary. Gary finds
nice
Toll.
pass.
Toll too strong on the layup. They go down hard on the ground. Want to have a foul here on Toll. Loveland, number 40. She fouls Hills. Hills will inbound.
You know, Gary's been a scoring machine, but you know what? The great thing about that is she's not afraid to give the ball up. She made a great pass, just didn't go in the basket.
3:35 remaining here as Colleen Swift is keeping the pressure up here with a 30-point lead. I think you could probably call that off.
Yeah.
The full court press is back on. A 30-point lead, and in my mind, it's kind of like a defense blitzing with a
I hear you.
28-point lead in basketball or football. It's a lay in there by Wiscombe.
Well, the only explanation I can give is it is the 4th game of the season, right?
And you just want to keep practicing.
You want to keep practicing, right? You want to continue to improve on that.
Wow, what a rebound there by Toll. That's those second chance points. That's really one of the big difference of the game for Loveland, too, is the second chance points.
Without question. 3 minutes to go. Milford up.
I see one player for Loveland getting ready to check in.
Right.
That has not been in the game yet. Juliana Oni.
There's 2 of them, I think. Oh, no, 1.
Well, Cooper's down there. She's coming back in. She's been in. But Juliana Oni is a senior. And she's going to check in, number 32 for Loveland.
Eagle foul, number 32.
And it's going to be Carly Dusing with her foul. Her fifth foul.
Teammate. At the line shooting 2, number 25, Tess Broerman.
Sydney Pileski, Brooklyn Negro going to check in for
Carly Dusing, number 24. Sydney
in for Carly Dusing and in for Caitlin Wiscombe.
Number 23, Brooke Edgar. And into the Tigers, number
Barman comes in averaging 50% from the free throw line.
She misses there.
She misses the
Odds will say she'll make the next one.
How about that? How about that?
We're right on it.
That's why they call them odds.
Anna Cooper checks in for Broerman. And so we got one new player on the court for the night, Juliana Olney. .237 left to go, 59-30.
Loveland staying in that press.
Here comes the bench for Loveland, getting ready to check in.
Staying in the man-to-man defense.
Williams looking to drive. She fakes the drive. Works it back around. Edgar.
No good. Rebound Loveland.
Hayes down low. Still
working.
working.
Call timeout here on Loveland. Get the starters out. I'm surprised Parker hasn't done that. I know I'm harping on that, but
it's another basket for Hayes. Her and Gary have really done well tonight for Loveland. Hills was open there at the free throw line. She couldn't make it.
Under 2 minutes to go.
There's a timeout
There's
by
a
Parker.
Timeout. Yep.
We're going to have 33 and 34 checking in for Loveland.
14's coming in for Loveland.
I saw 33 and 34. Sophia Raby and Mara Holder.
And number 14, I'm going to let you say that name.
Maria Balchardust.
There you go. So
they said it earlier during the reserve game, and I remember we tried to take note of it, and it's already slipped my mind, the proper enunciation. Let's go to the replay. We'll take a look at the last three baskets here during this timeout. Hayes went up, misses, Toll with the rebound, puts it back in. Hills with the drive, goes underneath, underhanded for a lay-in. We come back down for Hayes. Nice
deja vu. We've seen that all night, haven't we?
All night long.
All right, we got less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Loveland's going to inbound the ball from the opposite side of where we're at here.
They also have number 30, Allison Yeager, has checked in. So here's Bashadust.
Wow.
Down low to Juliana Oni.
The Loveland starters are really going crazy over there on that bench.
She's a senior, so she probably hasn't. She's probably one of those seniors that's just kind of been a good support system for the team last few years, and it's good to see her getting some play time her senior year. Morgan Hills with the ball. And she's got a 3-second violation. That's something that an inexperienced player would do. Oh, no, they got a foul.
Yeah, number 32.
Her back. Thought he said 3 seconds on her.
Juliana Oni.
Number 33.
So take Milford's in the 1-on-1.
And Plasinski makes her first shot. Got a sub coming in. Kristen Brown's going to come in. She's probably going to come in for the shooter after this shot that goes in.
And it's in.
Yep. Plasinski will step out. Kristen Brown will step in. 63-32, 119 left to go. I'd like to thank all of our crew. ICRC-TV, Kyle Evans, Dean Lowry, Jason Dudley, Adam Strand, Josh Setzera.
That's pretty good. You did that by memory. No cheat sheets out here for us. Got a little over a minute to go.
Expert analysis provided tonight by Mike Lorienti.
You're very kind, Ryan.
And if you're watching this game at home and you think, hey, you know, I want to do this. I want to produce TV or, you know, hold a camera or even talk on a microphone and talk about what you're seeing on TV. You know, just call ICRC-TV or go to ICRC-TV.com, get all the information there. Email Jason at ICRC-TV or Dean at ICRC-TV. Just send them an email. Check out the website, ICRC-TV.com, and get out here and help us out.
You'll have a lot of fun doing it.
Lay in there for Morgan Hills. And the reserves for Loveland trying to run that run and gun offense. A little strong on the pass. 31 seconds remaining. 63-34 is your score.
Well, both teams will learn from this, and obviously Loveland is a little bit more polished at this point in time during the season than Milford is.
You can see replays of this game on ICRC-TV.com. You can also check it out on Cincinnati Bellify Optics, Time Warner, or Spectrum Cable Time Warner. All throughout the week.
Heck, who wouldn't want to listen to us multiple times during the week?
Yeah. I think I might listen a couple of times at least.
There you go. There's a replay here.
Replay here of a little underhand, little, it's like a little granny shot there.
Granny, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Remember the granny free throw?
Granny shot, yeah. You know, Rick Berry made that famous, right?
Yeah. So it looked like she did there underneath the basket.
Granny shots. Well, I haven't heard that word in a long time.
Sophia Raby at the line, sophomore.
Bet you if you did a poll around here and asked some of these kids what granny shots were, they would give you that look of what are you talking about?
7 seconds left, should be the last possession. Plasinski puts it up, too strong, and that'll be it. 67-34, Loveland Tigers come in and handle their business. Beat the Milford Eagles here at their home court.
You know, the great thing about this, Ryan, is there's always going to be a rematch.
Absolutely, ECC conference play. And we'll no doubt catch these Milford Lady Eagles later on in the season. And anything to take away here for Milford?
Well, you know, as we talked about, I think there's a lot of bright spots here for Milford. Obviously, Williams running the point for him. As a freshman, she's got nowhere to go but up. I think they need to learn to work around her. You know, it's only the 4th game of the season. So Coach McKinney and all, I'm sure they'll figure that out and come back even stronger as a result of it.
All right, you saw all of our volunteers scroll by there once again. Come out and volunteer with us, ICRC-TV.com. For Mike Lorienti, I'm Ryan McGay. Hey, good night, folks. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Ryan.